So you want to sell an NFT. You do some research and you find out that OpenSea seems to be an easy place to buy and sell NFTs. You create an OpenSea account. You go through all of the steps, creating a new collection, creating a new item within the collection, and uploading a JPEG to the new item. You put the NFT up for auction and you receive a bid for 0.05 ETH, currently around $200. You're thrilled and accept the offer. You just made $200, right? Wrong. You actually just lost $400 and you're feeling rather sorry for yourself. If only someone had warned you about the fees. Don't let this be you. Watch this video before selling your first NFT. I'm April Alter, and today I'll help you not lose money on NFTs by deepening your understanding of OpenSea fees. We'll cover each and every OpenSea fee, whether or not they're necessary, and if possible, how to avoid them. Let's get to it. One of the biggest reasons why newcomers in the NFT space end up losing money is because they do not understand how the fee structure works. Different NFT platforms treat fees differently, and for this video, we'll cover OpenSea. If you want a fee explanation for any other NFT trading platform, let me know down below. So if you sell an NFT on OpenSea, you'll encounter something called a gas fee. What are these gas fees, you may ask? Fantastic question. At its core, gas is a processing fee. Gas is relevant when NFTs are created and sold on the Ethereum blockchain. Every time a transaction happens on this blockchain, such as an NFT being minted or purchased, that transaction must be approved. Approving a transaction takes energy, and if you submit this transaction, you pay for this energy through a mechanism called gas. Gas is measured in gwei, and gwei is just a unit for a tiny fraction of ether. One gwei is 0.000000001 ether. So you need to pay for gas in order to get a transaction approved. And the higher the demand for transaction approvals, the higher the market price for gas. Gas fees are not cheap. Currently, gas fees range from around $100 to $200 per transaction. This can add up quite quickly, especially if you're dealing with a high volume of NFTs. So when do you need to pay gas fees on OpenSea? OpenSea fees are separated into two categories: one-time fees and recurring fees. The first one-time fee is an initialization fee. When you first decide to sell an NFT on OpenSea, you have to pay a fee to get your account set up and ready to go. The exact price of this initialization fees fluctuates based on the market price or the demand of gas at the time. When I paid my initialization fee, gas was pretty low at around 60 gwei, and I still had to pay $125 for this fee. You'll likely have to pay even more. If you want to sell NFTs on OpenSea, there is unfortunately no way to get out of this initialization fee, unless you use Polygon instead of Ethereum. I don't want to confuse you, but we'll cover Polygon at the end of this video. For now, let's just assume that you're using the default blockchain for NFTs, Ethereum. So this initialization fee is unavoidable. You have to pay it if you want to sell your NFTs on OpenSea. As a result, make sure that you sell your NFTs for a high enough price that you still make a profit after your initialization fee. So that was the first one-time fee. The second one-time fee is an auction approval fee. If you want to auction off an NFT as opposed to just selling it for a fixed price, you need to approve the use of a special token called WETH. This stands for wrapped ETH and is worth exactly the same as ETH. You can exchange ETH for WETH directly on OpenSea, and WETH must be used to buy and sell with OpenSea auctions. After you're approved for WETH to be used once, you don't have to approve it ever again, no matter how many auctions you set up in the future. An easy way to avoid this fee is if you just sell your NFT at a fixed price instead of at auction. But if you do decide that you want to auction off your NFT, make sure you set the minimum bid high enough so that you can make a profit after paying this auction approval fee. So those are the one-time fees on OpenSea. But unfortunately, this just scratches the surface when it comes to gas fees. Let's get into the recurring fees that might screw you over if you don't pay attention to them. First, you'll need to pay gas if you accept an auction offer. That's right. If you put your NFT up for auction and someone makes a bid on it and you accept that bid, you have to pay gas on that transaction. And this is a recurring fee, meaning that it happens every time. So if you put 20 NFTs up for auction and accept 20 offers on them, that's 20 gas fees paid. Now you can start to see how, in the scenario in the beginning of this video, how that poor soul ended up losing $400 on their NFT. Assuming a $200 gas fee per transaction, which is pretty standard, we'd have $200 paid to get initialized on OpenSea, $200 to approve the use of WETH for auctions on OpenSea, and another $200 paid to accept an auction offer. Assuming you're selling your NFT at $200, that results in a loss of $400. That's my least favorite type of math. And it can get even worse. If you auction off your NFT, you're going to get paid in WETH. If you want to transfer WETH back to ETH directly on OpenSea, yep, you're going to have to pay another gas fee, another $200 down the drain. If you are considering putting your NFTs up for auction, make sure the minimum bid is high enough to cover your initialization fee, your auction approval fee, your auction acceptance fee, and your WETH to ETH fee. Otherwise, you're going to end up losing money on your NFT sale. So let's say you're thinking, screw that, auctions have way too many fees on OpenSea. Let's look at the fees associated with selling NFTs for a fixed price. In this case, you wouldn't have to pay for WETH being approved for auction use, and you will not have to pay gas fee when your NFT is sold. Hooray! You'd only have to pay a gas fee here if you put an NFT up for sale and then cancel that listing afterward. Yep, canceling a listing after putting something up for sale does require a transaction to ensure that the sale is never fulfillable. So you don't have to pay a gas fee when you're selling an NFT at a fixed price, but someone needs to pay for that gas. If it's not you, it's your buyers. You need to pay a gas fee in order to buy an NFT at a fixed price. And because gas fees are so high right now, it's not uncommon for someone to pay more in gas than they do for the NFT itself. That's pretty rough. Additionally, if you're buying a highly sought after NFT, it's unfortunately not uncommon to pay a gas fee for this NFT without even receiving the NFT itself. As an example, let's say 5,000 people are trying to get an NFT from a 3,000 item collection. When everyone initiates the transaction to buy an NFT, they all have to pay gas on that transaction. And the higher the gas paid, the higher priority the transaction. The first 3,000 transactions to go through will result in receiving an NFT, but the last 2,000 transactions will not receive an NFT. Unfortunately, their gas fees that they already paid will not be refunded, which really sucks. So if you are vying after a highly sought after NFT, make sure you set your gas fee at high enough so that you do end up receiving that NFT. The other time a buyer would have to pay a gas fee is if they made a bid on an auction NFT and then decided to withdraw or cancel their bid. So if you're making an offer on an NFT, do so very carefully. You do not want to have to withdraw your bid. One more fee I'll mention here is the fee to transfer or gift an NFT to somebody else. So if you're preparing some fun giveaways of some NFTs, be prepared to pay gas on each of those transactions. So to recap, let's go over the full list of OpenSea fees. If you're selling an NFT, you'll need to pay gas when you initialize your OpenSea account, approve WETH to be used for auctions, accept an auction offer, cancel a listed NFT, and gift an NFT to somebody else. If you're buying an NFT, you're going to have to pay gas when you buy an NFT for a fixed price and cancel a bid on an auction. Both buyers and sellers on OpenSea also have to pay gas when they convert WETH to ETH and vice versa on OpenSea. But at this point you're thinking, screw all of this, I'm going to lose all of my money. This sucks, there are way too many fees. I don't blame you. There are indeed many fees associated with trading NFTs, but there is a way to get around most all of these fees. Let me introduce you to Polygon. When you create a new collection on OpenSea, you have the options to create and store your NFTs on either Ethereum or Polygon. All of the fees I mentioned so far in this video have been associated with using Ethereum. None of these apply to Polygon. Yep, you heard me correctly, none of the aforementioned fees apply to Polygon. There's only one gas fee associated with Polygon, and that's a conversion fee. Let me explain. When you look at an NFT being sold on the Polygon blockchain, you can see that it can be purchased for ETH. But on OpenSea, there are two kinds of ETH: Polygon ETH and Ethereum ETH. NFTs on the Polygon blockchain can only be purchased with Polygon ETH. And in order to get Polygon ETH, Ethereum ETH needs to be bridged or converted into Polygon ETH. You can bridge Ethereum ETH to Polygon ETH directly on OpenSea, but yes, this conversion does require a gas fee. So yes, technically there is a gas fee associated with using Polygon on OpenSea, but this gas fee is only a tiny fraction of what you need to pay on Ethereum. This sounds great, right? I mean, why wouldn't you want to pay less gas fees? That is a great question, and I explore some of the trade-offs of using Polygon in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you can, and I will see you in the next video.